When we first got here, there was nothing but dirt on this land, and it's in a cul-de-sac. You know, it's a cookie cutter house. It's nothing big, nothing special, but it's ours. I watched every wall go up. We were involved with the flooring. It's our home. You know, this is the first home we've ever had, and it means a lot to us. With the economy the way it went, you know, we both had good jobs, you know, and we were doing things just fine, and then all of a sudden it just fell, and we got behind, and that's when the stress started. Who could you turn to? You know, my parents, we don't come from a wealthy family. You know, so who could you turn to? We just had each other, and he got laid off, and we have 5 children, and we have grandchildren, and you know it was stressful. It was really stressful. Our Christmases were down to nothing. You know, I mean, I was working for my company, and I was putting in as much overtime as I possibly could, and it still wasn't cutting it. We just kept falling further and further and further behind. Then the bill collectors call. And what are you going to say when you don't have it? What are you going to say? You know, you have to make your priorities, and the priority is you don't need power if you don't have a place to live. Yeah, and the mortgage company didn't even want to help us. You know, in fact, when we went to the mortgage company to begin with, they raised our mortgage. We didn't know where to turn to. Banks wouldn't help us. Where our credit isn't good enough because we fell behind, nobody would touch our credit. And because that, you know, your mortgage payment, your mortgage credit is a huge part of your FICO score. Well, when you've fallen behind on your most important purchase, people don't want to help you. You know, so we've lifted law. I found them on the internet, and I thought, you know, I filled out a little survey. I filled out a little questionnaire from them, and they called me and got a connection with Christopher, who is awesome. Christopher's awesome. I mean, after the first talk with him, I wasn't sure what the outcome was going to be, because who could have thought, you know? I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. So he talked to me, and he's like, Lori, when you're comfortable, I'm comfortable. When you sleep good, I sleep good. And so it took, I think, 5 months, and he gave me a call. This gets me a little emotional because Aquin took the deal, and they lowered our mortgage from $1,274 a month down to $575, and they took $80,000 off of our principal balance. I have referred like 7 people to them, and just recently, so they're just starting the process. You know, with my friends, I'm like, oh my God, you got to listen to this. So very excited. So, and yeah, I tell everybody. I tell everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lifton Law. Anybody wants to do this with their mortgage, trust them. They're there for you. They were there for me, and I'm just a nobody here in Surprise. You know, my credit is terrible, and right now it is because of the fallback. I mean, we were hugely affected by the crash. Trust Lifton Law. They'll help you. Thank you, Lifton Law. Thank you, Christopher.